Hello all. Right, we are back at the arena. Sorry for the, I think it's now 3 days since the last video was posted. The long and short of it is that as you guys on Twitter already know this, but basically I've now finally gotten a job that I actually like my 9 to 5. Basically I've been unemployed for the last month now, trying to change my career. But I've not unemployed through lack of work, it's just unemployed through choice, where I'm basically focusing exclusively on getting a job I like, which is not my old job. A new job is very cool, very happy, very grand. That is why, like yesterday and the past couple of days, I've been in meetings, so I just haven't had the time to finish a video. But anyway, this is quite where the arena starts to kind of add its character. Now, firstly, O ye of little faith. Wow, not O ye of little faith. Quite a few of you, basically, seem to have not paid attention in the last video. Look, I know that, like, for example, some of you thought that literally this was the arena. No. Like, that stone thing isn't the arena. The arena is this. Now, this is what we're building, is the arena, in terms of the character. The stone part is basically the sanctuary house, effectively, that we build around. You're starting to see, in this video, the theme and idea I have for this. Also, a lot of you pointed out that some of the doors, oh yeah, but you know, you can't get that doors in the wrong place. They were just placed for symmetry. I moved them around. If you ever see anything, yeah, that basically you think, Davey, that's stupid, assume, please, that I know this. And yeah, this part anyway. So the whole idea, and it really starts to look quite good. For this part, what we're doing right now is we're building the gatehouse, and we're building one of the cages at the side. I had to redo that. I didn't want to record that part because it was basically me literally going back to that first board and just edging it slightly. So basically, the idea with how this is going to be like structured, this is the gatehouse. On the two sides closest to this, so the sides as opposed to the back, there'll be cages. We build one of them in this one. To be honest, I had to cut the video down, what I recorded today, a little bit, because I didn't want it to be too long, or sped up too fast, you know. But there'll be another one of these tomorrow. So it's going to be the cages. One side is going to be media animals. The side we build today is for the medium creatures, but I don't actually have any copper, so I don't actually make any cages, but I'll make sure to put them in the next one. I know they fit, don't worry. And then the other side is going to be the small creatures, although I'm tempted to maybe put them inside the arena in their own little mini area. And then at the back is going to be the big creatures, which we'll do next episode. So it's really cool, like, it's really starting to get quite a...
Out here, you gotta take things one day at a time.
Yes, indeed, buddy. Starting to get a kind of quietly scrappy vibe. Funny put this part here, I actually posted a video on Twitter of the finished of the gatehouse, because I felt bad of not uploading a video, so I wanted to prove to people I had actually been making shit. And it looks really, really good. But basically I have to redo a load of it, which I don't record, because I end up, where this little staircase here is, we end up putting one of the gas station signs, so put your flag on it. I'm going to eventually have, like, Carnival or Carnivora or something kind of written in big writing, or Welcome to the Death Pit or something equally cheesy. But it wasn't straight, and I had to, and you'll see me put it in. I show you how I put it in, but it was such a tedious thing because it wasn't straight over the doorway, so I had to go back. So what I'm saying is, when you're doing something big like this, check that everything's in the position you want it to be in, because you don't want to have to repeat yourself. Now, one thing I'm doing here, and there'll be lots of things like this, it's going to be lots of shops. Now, I'm hoping, I think it's in Far Harbour, it should be in an update soon in the next couple of weeks. We're actually going to get robot vendors. Basically, you'll actually be able to have robot vendors, so they'll actually have the dialogue, and they'll actually be able to assign to vendors stand, which is fucking fantastic. Which is good, because I want to make most of this places the vendors are going to be like Mr. Handies or Protectrons. The reason being is I'm having lots of like snack stands, and I don't want to have to, you know, have a settler for each one. I've got a nice little build for snack stands, actually. But there are going to be loads of them around. So yeah, but these are the two main shops as you're coming in. This one's the trader, so it's going to be souvenirs. And then the other one, on the opposite, is going to be like just a bar as you go in. This is pretty much standard. Have you seen all this shit before? How many caps do I have? How many I have? I think I have 8,000. Oh, I'm running low. The reason being is because I've been playing all of my other saves so much, so I haven't stored up the necessary caps, but it's fine. All I have to do is just literally fast travel a little bit, and now my caps will go back up. I'm really pleased with how this is. I was really a bit worried that this area is going to start. I was like, building this cool little arena. Yeah, guys, love it. This is grand. And I was really worried it was going to look shit. It's looking really good. Now, one thing that to note on how the arena is going to look. Effectively, on the outside, you're probably not eventually. You won't be able to see any large sections of uncovered concrete. That's the idea. The concrete, it almost looks. It's going to be a riotous mess of different textures. Signs everywhere, lights everywhere. Now this one, I do not do much of the covering the walls because I just wanted to kind of, I show you literally everything I make in this episode. Normally, as you've seen before, I kind of show, okay, I'm doing this now, I'm going to finish it because you've seen the technique. The reason why in this one I do show you everything is because I want to kind of get it clear the aesthetic of how the arena is going to go. The next episode I'll, for example, I'm going to build the cage again, and I might not show you the entire process. The cage actually isn't finished, to be honest. Now, this is putting the restaurant stand in. As I said, Draco and Victus has a really good video on this, but if you're too lazy, you just got to move it so it's further out. I think they've actually patched it, maybe, so it's easier, because that worked first time. Well, I mean, I didn't position it first time, because I'm a impatient little twat who didn't even check. Come on, Davey. Is it straight? No, it's a bit weird on the side there, son. Yeah, it's alright, fuck it. That'll do. So, see, look, you can see the stair lays. It's not straight. And funny, right, when I was recording it, I was like, yeah, you know what, fuck it, I don't really mind. I looked at it then, and I was like, yeah, it's alright. And I was thinking in my head, I'll tell those guys, don't worry about it, it's fine. That kind of slight asymmetry is kind of cool. No, it isn't. Not for a doorway and a sign above a doorway. No asymmetry. Has to be completely straight, okay? Don't fuck around. Also, didn't realise these work for the road glitch. The reason why that happened is because my settlement size keeps maxing out. So this is quite awkward. See, look, it just pops on. I didn't realise that. I seem to items that sink into the ground are generally twatty to actually rug glitch. And this one, apparently, really good. So I'm happy. I do light this up a little bit, but to be honest, it was mainly for Twitter, so people could see it lit up, and kind of vaguely decorated. So, for example, I haven't written the sign yet, so you're going to see some lighting on it in a minute. Don't worry about it, it's just temporary, so I can give you guys a visual aid of kind of what it's going to look like. This was a pain in the absolute knob, I'm not going to lie. Look at it. It looks like I had to keep running up and down. I think I don't literally show you the whole thing, because I'm this is tedious. But basically, yeah, you're doing that, and then angling the rugs into the right place. But it's a really good sign to use. There we go, so here it is. This is me going, guys, don't worry about it, it's fine. It doesn't need to be straight. I put flag on. Like I said, all this decoration here is temporary. I might actually leave that flag there, I'm not too sure. But I want an actual sign. Now, this is where I realised, because I like my entrance. It's really simple. I just use these. I might add some details in, and things like that. But I was intending to add extra stuff to it. But I like this kind of weird corridor. To the point where I might make it longer, and that's just literally I'll pop some lights on, and it looks pretty good. I don't even put a doorway on. It's just have those string lights over the top. It looks really grand. Really popping the railings on. See, there's been lots of... This is basically the texture of the arena, and think about everything around the outside. Now, the cages, the bottom half of the cages are made of concrete, but... And not in this episode, because I realised it was just going to take me ages just to figure out how I wanted to decorate them, and I didn't really need to get a video out. But their interior looks really cool. You're going to like them. I think they're very cool. But, it's basically no real concrete. It's going to be... When you're inside, you're going to see the concrete. Now, here it is. Here's my little tour I post on Twitter. This is the kind of shit I do now, by the way. As you can see, you'll see a slowed down tour later on, don't worry. But yeah, it looks really cool. Normally, it's going to be a lot brighter. Signs everywhere.
The farm's not much, but it's something.
But it just looks... Oh, and also, all the wiring here, the pylons, are literally just so I could wire these lights up without, spending loads of resources. There we go. So I'm showing the inside now. Now, this is where I start moving the doorways around, because people kept commenting, oh, the doorways don't work, and I'm like, for fuck's sake, they're clearly temporary. They're not glued in place. There is actually a doorway on the back. For example, I'm going to move these doorways around on the cages, because obviously I realised I actually want it so there are electronic doors, and then the cages go straight to the arena. So it's going to be pretty cool. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to wire it up. So there's going to be a powered door. And the powered doors... And when the powered door opens, it activates, like, turns off the power for the cage. Or I might have 2 switches, so you, like, maybe... So basically the idea being that all of my creatures... Because currently right now, the creatures, they glitch out of their enclosures. I think you have big enough ones, it's fine. But in smaller ones, like these ones are, they're way too... Well, way too small. Like, I had it in Sanctuary. Colin, my pet ghoul... Colin, kept getting out, basically. And my Deathclaw, well, yeah. He literally got out while I was watching him. His enclosure was awesome. So I'm going to keep them in the cages, basically. And that way I can just, repair the cages when I want to get a new creature. And it just makes it a little bit more organised. I want to be able to stand at the top. I'm actually going to have a viewing platform that goes, for me, which goes over the arena a little bit. And it's going to look grand. You're going to love it. We've got at least 2 more episodes of just this arena. Now, right, this is how you do the bottom levels. You put a pillar on, and that allows you to snap the others in. Literally that. Okay? It's really simple. I'm gonna, and that's literally it. Like, you just put the pillar on, because I'm also with, yeah, that's how you do it, basically. Really simple. I was gonna do an actual concrete tutorial. This whole awesome, but me and my new job thing has kind of fucked my schedule up a little bit, but it'll be back to normal soonish. I have to catch up on those videos. So basically, like, a thing I've learned with the concrete, and a lot of you probably noticed already, those windows and those mesh windows, they can snap inside each other. So you can actually have mesh covering your windows. However, it doesn't look very good. It does look good, but the game, I don't know if it might change if I left the area, and I'm going to try that, actually. That's literally just occurred to me. But basically, when the item, it flashes, so you can see the textures bouncing back and forth. It looks really, really shit. It actually looks good, but, doing that looks shite. Also, we don't have a small bendy bit for the railings. So these are going to be, basically, there are stands around these, and this is where the spectators can spectate the creatures in the cages. Obviously, until they actually patch it so you can have creatures in cages that don't, get teleported out and then wander around your settlement. They're actually going to be in the cages, but it's more for RP, maybe someone's watching. I also I made them a little bigger. Now, I think I do actually show you, but I can't actually make any cages. Now, I'm quite pleased with the design I've got now. One thing, that's why this cage does need some work before I move on to the others. I want to rejig the top a little bit, because a lot of you are going to see it's made out of steel, basically, because I wanted this kind of bulbous bit on the top, because you're going to have little walkways on the side so you can sit. It's going to look very cool. But it does look a little bit with the way it's just one giant metal tube going around. So I might tweak it a little bit, just because it could do with some work, but it works. It works. I just want to David's OCD obsessive, that doesn't look perfect kind of situation. Right, now, this is where I like how this ends up looking. Right, prepare your anus space is all I'm saying, right? Prepare it. It's actually not that exciting, but I just like the way it looks. So, I pop that in there, like that. So I've got a mesh walkway. And it's just walkways alongside. It looks good, right? Yeah. Even though it's not the most exciting thing. You did prepare your anus, right? Because it was intense. But it looks really cool. Like, when it's done, I really like the inside of these cages. And again, because and someone actually even quoted the book, which is good. A lot of you read the book. Ravenor, I think it's Ravenor Rogue. Or no, it's not. Ravenor Return, the second one, I think. But, like, the way they describe the cages for the creatures, I end up taking these off because I realise I can't then fit the cages in. I put them round the mesh walkway there. But the way they describe the animals in the cages is this kind of thing, Like, you can just walk over, you've got the mesh kind of guarded rail, you've got the rails. You can basically, the idea is these animals are just tormented. This isn't a nice place that I'm building here, yeah? This isn't many animals will be harmed in the making of these videos kind of situation. And it's not going to be a pleasant place, and I wanted an idea where the animals are just on display, they get food. Maybe someone who crosses... the reason why the only cages I have are for gunners and raiders, and I don't want any of them. This is just going to be creatures. Until I can find a way to equip them, take their guns away, which would make sense. But look, it looks really cool. But yeah, the idea being that these are kind of, really humid, disgusting, stinky areas. So you see the shape, it's a little bit bulbousy, I don't like it, so we're going to change that a little bit, but not now. So yeah, I'm pleased with the cage. So we're going to have a big one at the back, that's where the Death Claw, and the Yao Guai, and are Mirelurks in big cages? I think so. The Mirelurks. Can I get a good Mirelurk? Yeah. But yeah, the bigger creatures will be around the back, basically, the opposite end, so where the big builder board is. Which, as though people keep asking, again, people seem to assume that literally, I know I'm not angry at you people, alright, yeah? But look, quite a few people seem to think that I was literally going to build nothing else in Starlight, which of course is not the case. It was a really weird question. I was like, oh, so I'm surprised you don't do anything else. I'm like, it's not bloody finished yet, is it? No, I'm going to build one concrete building and then do nothing else. This is another stairway. It does float a little bit, but not close enough that it bothers me. I'm like actually on the railing at the top. Yeah, just there, see? It's alright. It's all good. Pop these down there. It's not enough. To us, it might not be floating. It might just be the fact that it's grated underneath. So rant aside, basically what I mean is look, it's finished when I say it's bloody finished, alright? And if something looks really obvious, trust in me. I'm senpai, remember? I popped some cages around, because again, at this part I just wanted to kind of like decorate a little bit for you guys, so you kind of know. Look, to us, even though I like structurally how this building is, but it is missing something. A lot of the concrete is on display, which I don't like. So what I'm going to do is in the next episode, because I'm going to spend a little bit of time tonight just kind of tweaking it to kind of get an idea of how I want them decorated. But in the next episode, oh, and I dinged level 100 as well. But in the next episode, you're going to have... I'll finish decorating this so you can see roughly what they look like, and then we'll finish the whole thing, and then I'll decorate the whole thing. This is where I have an idea. People have been mentioning, you know, like, kind of different things, and some of the ideas I got on Twitter are really good. So if you have any suggestions for kind of quirky bits you want to add into this, let me know. But the fact that giant billboard is going to be a giant billboard, don't worry. Now, this is a good build for your kind of snack stand. Just using the basic shack wall and roof. You don't have to put a wall end on it if you don't like. Then just get in the normal stand, and then you just rug glitch it in, and it looks really good. And then you put a table with like a cooler and a box next to it. I'm gonna have lots of these, I think, because they're quite, you know, little, you know, hot dog, popcorn. I don't know what would the equivalent be. Mutant dogs, I guess. I don't know. Squirrel bits. That's the equivalent, surely. Yeah. Squirrel bits and Mirelurk cakes. Mainly because my character has an obsessive habit of picking up lots of Mirelurk eggs, and I don't know why. There we go. Look at that, and it syncs really well. Little bar. Love it. Love it. Looks great. I love these little things. Pop a little table. Pop a little cooler. Bob's your uncle. And Fanny's your aunt, as everyone pointed out in my last video. Was it my last video I said that? Either way, basically, I don't need to Google anything anymore. I can just ask you guys, yeah? So basically, eventually, I'll just start treating you guys like wiki answers. I won't. I might. But I'm probably not going to. But I might. So basically, here again, I'm just literally just finishing off. Sure, I realised I kind of knobbed around a little bit. Normally, I wouldn't have shown you so much and completed more. But I wanted to kind of... So it was very clear what we're doing, because I didn't want people to kind of watch this arena thing and think, oh, what are you doing? And, you know, kind of not really getting what my vision is. I wanted you to understand my vision. So then the next one we're going to be building quite a bit. This is my little dining area, basically. Pop some chairs down. Again, I'm going to do so much more decoration with this. This is going to be riotous. I'm just keep thinking of that, yeah. There's going to be colour everywhere. That's a big thing. There's going to be a lot of colour on this arena. It's going to be a very over-the-top... A good example, actually, I watched... I don't know how it came across, but I saw pictures of... I think it was either Gladiator and then also the series Rome the other day. You should watch the series Rome if you haven't. It's a BBC. I think it's BBC. It's a very good series. It's quite old, but it's fucking amazing. Anyway, basically how they picture the like Roman arenas is they're the big concrete buildings, or not concrete, but like limestone or marble. But they're very very colourful. Like you go to see like an old kind of Colosseum. This is just the tour here. But if you go to an old ruin, it looks really quite. Now it looks very kind of white or kind of just uniform. Where in the back in the day there was red everywhere, there was paint everywhere. They were an absolute clusterfuck. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that and kind of you maybe get an idea of how the arena is actually going to develop. Again, I'm really sorry for the 3 days off videos, but don't worry, I've done this before and I will make it up to you lovely people. As always, follow me on Twitter if you want to see videos on what I'm working on right now, and I will talk to you lovely people soon.